Hey darlings, welcome back to my channel. It's me again. Today I've got a very interesting theory, and don't laugh at me, okay? Because if you read the title, you can kind of get a feeling what it's about. Before we get started, make sure you sub to my channel and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get into this video. I think you're really gonna like it. Okay, you guys, so I was looking at the cruise collection the other day, and I thought instead of doing like a standard video where I just like react to the cruise collection and tell you guys how much stuff is, I'm pretty sure you can find that on other channels. I wanted to kind of share this like theory that I have about what's going on at Chanel at the moment. And I know it sounds weird, like I know, but just bear with me for a second. My theory is that Chanel is purging its customers and its competitors in a very strange way that's going to make sense, but make sure you watch the entire video. So we've talked before about how, okay, Chanel's increasing prices because they want to get rid of people who, you know, who they feel like aren't their like target customer, whatever that means. Okay, fine, it's a bit elitist, classist, but it's their business. They can make decisions that they want to do for themselves. However, these constant price increases, you guys, mean that it's like every like 6 months or 5 months, Chanel is just increasing prices over and over again. So it's not just about like purging like the sort of undesirables that Chanel may have or see. It's also basically about getting rid of people who are going to be reselling Chanel products. Chanel is not interested in you if you want to buy products because you see them as an investment. Chanel is not into that. And it finally clicked to me when I looked at the cruise collection. The cruise collection to me is a mixture of like fabulous gorgeousness and extreme ugliness. There are a lot of ugly bags there. Has anyone seen the white bag with like the black crisscross? Fug. Has anyone seen those like hobo bags? Absolutely ugly. The Chanel 19s were really gorgeous. There was some interesting a cotton fiber bag that was like pink and blue. That was really cute. There's some cute pastels there. There were some really nice pieces, but there were a lot of ugly bags there. And I'm telling you, Chanel is doing this on purpose. They are making bags ugly on purpose to purge people from the brand who they don't want to be with the brand. They're creating a bit of undesirability with some of their pieces to turn people off from buying the brand. I know, it sounds crazy, but think about it. Recently, in a lot of Chanel collections, there are a lot of ugly bags there. I know that this is subjective and it's about taste, but you can't tell me that the GST is uglier than the Gabrielle, but somehow the GST got discontinued, but the Gabby is still sitting there like, hey guys, I'm still here on the Chanel website, don't care. I think the problem that we have is that Chanel basically are deciding to purge customers, not just with constant price increases, which are quite frankly unsustainable for a lot of people who like the brand, but also by creating ugly pieces. So people are like, ew, that's ugly, let me go try something else. Chanel's like, cool, we don't want you to resell our stuff. Chanel don't want people to come into the store to buy, to resell. These luxury brands, they know a lot of people are doing that. They know people are like coming into the store to resell and resell and resell. They don't want to do that. There was a really interesting article on the Fashion Law's website, I'll link it in my description, about how Chanel is using these like cold-blooded, ruthless business tactics to crush the real. And it's just so interesting because it kind of ties in with the theory about how Chanel is not letting up and they're not about to jump on the luxury reselling train, and they do not care basically at this point. So basically the Real was accusing Chanel of like harassing Neiman Marcus and Saks, which are two big department stores in the US. Apparently Chanel threatened Neiman Marcus and Saks, saying that if they have like the real like consignment, I don't know, concession in their department store, Chanel were threatening to take out all of their bags from the department stores, like, don't care. And then the Real also accused Chanel of harassing people at New York Magazine. The Real was supposed to do like an ad. I think they're supposed to play some ads with them. Everything was going to go great. They were going to pay for some advertising. Chanel was like, no, if you guys let the Real place ads in New York Magazine, we are not going to pay for ads either. Chanel is using, if that's true, these are allegations, so allegedly, Chanel is using ruthless business tactics to make its point. It's definitely the Goliath here, and it's definitely trying to win, not actually be like the real David and Goliath story. But I think one of the biggest issues that we're going to see with Chanel is that Chanel at this point doesn't care about reselling. Chanel is not going to change its mind, clearly, as we can see. Chanel is using weird tactics of creating ugly bags. I know it doesn't make sense, but think about it. The bags are ugly. There's so many of them that are so fug and they literally look ridiculous. And yet Chanel keeps putting them in collections. Chanel wants to pull back a little bit from its desirability. Chanel doesn't want to be desirable. It wants to be exclusive. It's not the same if you say that you are desirable and exclusive. Chanel wants to be exclusive for a top tier selection of potential clients. Chanel is not trying to create sexy, hot bags that every single person and their mother wants to buy. That is not what Chanel is trying to do. And I think that they've proven it with this new approach to kind of like doing business basically at this point, because they're really not trying to deal with people who are coming into the store to buy. Because I think that there are basically two types of, well, there are many types of Chanel customers, but I think these are the ones who Chanel is targeting with the new price increase, which we're seeing in the cruise collection, and also with what they're doing to luxury resellers. They're the people who will buy a bag, and then maybe someone later, a few months later, or maybe a year later, maybe you get into financial trouble. You need to sell the bag. Or maybe you feel like, whoa, I spent $5,000 on a bag. Why should I spend another $5,000 when I can sell this bag and then I can get something else? Chanel doesn't want you. Just saying. Okay? Like, Chanel is trying to purge people like that. And I don't know if I think it's right, but I do think that that is what Chanel is trying to do, basically. And then obviously Chanel's also harassing, attacking individual luxury resellers, and also these huge resale brands like The Real and Fashionfile. Chanel stays suing the Fashionfile, honey, okay? I know the lawyers who deal with these brands are being paid a ton of money because Chanel's like, it's time to sue you again. All of this now comes back to, how does this affect basically us, basically the people who like the brand and who are always looking at new collections and seeing if we can spend money to buy something, or maybe if we're gonna get something else. For me personally, I guess because I'm an entrepreneur as well, I can't hate on the kind of ruthless efficiency that Chanel is employing. It's definitely elitist, but it's their business, and they have decided that this is the road that they want to go down, and they've decided they don't care, basically, at this point in the game. So the question is, what do you guys think about this purge? Do you think that it's right that Chanel is like trying to purge its own client base, which is kind of crazy when you think about it? And how do you think it's going to affect the brand? Honestly, from a business decision, this is only going to make Chanel more exclusive, and it's only going to serve to kind of, I don't know, I just feel like I see Chanel just not really being affected by this, because the people who are trying to like save and save and save and save and save and save for years to buy a bag, Chanel's like, I'm not really interested in your business. Chanel wants people who, every collection, they're going to buy something new, and they want people who are going to buy pret-a-porter. I think I've said that to you before. Ready-to-wear is huge for the brand, even though we don't really hear that much about their pret-a-porter collections on YouTube, but it's extremely important to the brand. And haute couture is huge for Chanel. They do very well in the Middle East and in the Persian Gulf with clients like that as well. So that's kind of where Chanel is trying to kind of take its European clientele, I think, and its American clientele. So I feel like Chanel is using the cruise collection basically to reinforce that it's purging you chicks, okay? It's purging you ladies. It is not trying to create these investment piece looking bags. Chanel has cottoned onto the fact that a lot of their original classic bags and a lot of their bags are investment pieces. It doesn't want people who are going to invest in buying a Chanel bag. It wants someone who's going to buy a new bag or a new accessory, or pret-a-porter ideally, every single collection, and constantly be buying. It wants people who are spending money and constantly spending money. That's what it's doing. And if it's not going to be able to get you, it is going to purge you, okay? And again, the ruthless efficiency, it's quite offensive, but yet I could only kind of respect the sort of ability for them to like not to be so brazen about it, and the way they're harassing the real, you need to read the article. It's crazy, the kind of stuff that they were doing to them, like threatening to pull out advertising from New York Magazine if the real advertised in there. So it's so wild and crazy. I need to know what you guys think about my theory. I need to know what you guys think about the luxury design purge. Do you think Chanel is purging customers? Chanel is absolutely purging customers. These price increases are unsustainable. So I'm super curious to know what you guys think. And yeah, make sure you like this video. It really helps to support my channel, and drop me a comment. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And I'll see you in my next video.